Hello, welcome back to my channel. So today is the third day since a huge flood happened here in our area of Almeria, in our village. So it was said that about 90 liters of water came from the sky per hour when it happened. Luckily, we didn't have many lives taken by the nature on that day. Strangely, my last video that I published on this channel was about how dry this area is, how hard it is to plant anything here, how hard it is to maintain plants, how hard it is to keep them alive, that you need to irrigate them every day. And now this tragedy has happened, and we are still completely exhausted after fighting with water and the mud. I think each person has taken out of our house at least 700 liters of mud. And I still cannot walk normally because I'm so exhausted. All my joints hurt because we couldn't stop. We had to work, we had to do it as fast as possible, at least to save our house. And it's not over. So here I have chosen this example of huge erosion of water to give you a picture how it looked to us when it happened. I didn't have any chance to make a proper video about the water masses that came through our property because it happened between 1 and 3 a.m. and honestly I even didn't think about making a video. I was really scared. I was ready to try to evacuate everyone who was at our place at this time, and I only could think about basic things like where are my documents so I can have them and I don't need to redo them again, that I just keep them with me, and that's it. I don't want to speak about details in this video. At the end of the video I will show you the videos I could record the next day and early in the morning, 7 a.m. and 3 a.m. about the actual situation of the house, how did we find it, because we didn't hear water entering the house. We only saw the final result, what happened. And what I really wanted to talk about in this video is how do we face things like that? When it's too dry, it's still natural to the planet, because there are laws of physics and there are laws of nature. And the way the nature and the planet just lives in these margins. We as humans, we cannot survive that. This is the first time in this area when people have seen such enormous storm, such enormous amount of water falling from the sky. I even seen an internet video where literally from the sky a huge amount of water just fallen down from one place, like if it was a bucket that you empty. So in one gulp a lot of water just fell from the sky to the surface of the earth. And it's obvious that we cannot survive as humans. There is nothing we can do. We can build something to give a path for the water. We can dig trenches, we can cover them in cement, so we can make our losses smaller, less noticeable, but still we won't be able to change the laws of the nature and of the physics. We can do only little tiny things. Here we live next to a little hill, and so all the water from the hill came down. Does it mean that we shall not live next to a hill? Does it mean that we shall live next to any edge of any surface? Doesn't mean that we cannot live on the top of a mountain. Doesn't mean that we cannot live in a valley. Because now, just behind me, I found a little pond. Before, that area was just simply always dry for years. So now we have a pond, and it happened only in one night. And lots of destruction and erosion has been found in this area. My friend, as a joke, told me, well, now we don't need to irrigate for a period of time. It's true, but again, it was a huge danger for us, for animals, and now we need huge machines in order to fill up all the gaps in the roads. Otherwise you cannot pass by car. It's even very dangerous just to walk, because the erosion that happened in a night is very deep, so you can break your leg if you don't see in the evening or at night where you're walking at. And then you can just, like an older person or a child, could damage themselves quite seriously. What can we do in this situation? I have no idea. And when previously I used to see on news, on the television or in the internet, news about flooded areas, I didn't know what to think. I didn't know what to feel. I didn't know what people feel in this situation. But now I can say that money wouldn't help. Money wouldn't help in this situation. There is nothing you can do, because the whole area is just destroyed. Lots of greenhouses have been destroyed, just smashed by the water down. And some money may help, but then you need to have energy to go on, to start all over again. So we fixed everything we could at this moment. We cleared out the house, and what I'm thinking about is that perhaps, as I cannot do much about this, I shall just forget about this. Otherwise, bad thoughts and bad feelings may harm my mood, my feelings, and ultimately my brain. I shall concentrate on things that I really can do, on my projects, on things that I make, on clothes, on some soaps, cosmetics, and some similar things that we are doing here. Because if you can do that, at least you are not flooded by your negative thoughts. If someone would give me money right now, it wouldn't change my feelings at all. I'm afraid that this rain is going to happen again here. That it's going to happen again in the spring, and then next autumn again and again and again. And it's not going to get better. Right now, this is how I feel. I hope you're all doing well, and I hope that things like that will never happen in your area. And I hope that we will have enough time to do at least something about stopping it, about stopping the climate change. Otherwise, it's very easy to predict the conditions in what our children will be living in 10, 15 years.